I think whenever you play poker, I think you kind of have to not associate the money aspect of it. I think you kind of have to like emotionally detach from that, and you just have to play it as big blinds and chips and like like I was saying before, it's my weapons. I'm using this to defeat my opponent. You know,
Right.
I want to get all the chips.
I think it kind of plays into like your bankroll. So say you're underrolled for a game like this, whereas like you're thinking like I just won a pot that's 5, 10, 20% of my bankroll. So
it's
you might
time to get up and leave. Then
no, I mean, sometimes
No,
sometimes you have to play over your roll just because.
yeah, I mean it's always good to take shots, but I think that would play a factor in somebody's mind. I mean, I think when you sit down at the table, you kind of have to forget about that, whether you're rolled or not. I think you have to kind of play your game, and if you're going to take a shot, you just have to take your shot.
Yeah, I guess my theory I was trying to get at, stealing at 1-2 might win you
$3, $10.
15 bucks,
Yeah.
limpers or whatever. Whereas stealing in a 2-5 game, especially like this, it might win you 50, 60 bucks. So
Yeah.
kind of like you're talking about before, like you steal at 1-2, you're still going to Steak and Shake. You steal at 2-5, you might be going to insert higher level restaurant.
Now you're going to Olive Garden.
Yeah, or everyone's family. So this hand could get interesting again. So Chris and Pete already have history from earlier on. Pete flops 2 pair. Chris flops top pair, backdoor flush draw, and a straight draw. So this one could get heated quickly.
Yeah, I feel like Pete's just kind of playing a little slightly on tilt. I mean, he might not be showing it, but I kind of feel like just the way he's like opened up now and he's starting to play a lot more hands.
That can't be right.
What just happened?
Pete bet 55 and Chris just folded?
Interesting.
No way his hand was right there. Not a chance. I don't know. He's squinting. He's squinting.
That is kind of an interesting fold. I mean, you'd think he would just peel one.
Oh, really?
I played in the first year. They did.
Time to go live stream. I went to Indiana.
I hope he doesn't say something like, "Hey, hey, we got a question about the hand you just folded." Like, now who's knitting a sweater?
Dude, that was
kind of abnormal.
Dude.
Honestly. Like it was like one of those standard things. Like you expect him to peel. Like if that's really what he had. We're gonna find out here in a second, guys. We're getting somebody to go out there and ask him.
Day 2.
Texas Poker. We're going out to make sure he actually had the Jack 10. That just doesn't seem right.
It's just weird, like, because if you're playing a hand like Jack 10 and you
Carl
see that flop,
Carl stuck $2.
oh shoot. But I mean, if you're playing those type of hands and you get a flop like that, isn't that what you're hoping for when you're playing those type of hands? I don't know.
I think I'm hoping that's what he did fold because that makes us have something else to talk about. If you think, oh no, I had this, that's kind of boring. That's weird. So it's confirmed he had the Jack 10.
He did have the Jack 10.
There was 2 diamonds, but I guess that's still no reason to fold, in my opinion. Maybe at some point, maybe we can pull Chris in here and ask him his opinion about that hand.
That's it. He's counting cards. Get him out of here.
Oh no. We have Rain Man at our table.
70.
Yes, chat, we know Carl is a super nit, but we love him for it.
Listen, Carl goes and plays, and he has a goal, and he usually hits the goal. So I mean,
Hey, he's nitty by nature. What are you gonna say about it? It's just how it goes.
oh man,
So we had a raise here by, I'm guessing Trevor. Pete re-raises, kind of small with so many opponents. I thought that's kind of interesting. And everyone's like, well, I called to 20. I might as well call to 70.
4 players.
And Renner gets there. Pete is out flopped by Trevor. Seems to be kind of the name of the game today. Everyone's out flopping Pete. He does not compound the situation by betting into the field again.
200.
Dude, you must be hungry. Is the last one Chinese food?
No, it's the old Taco Bell dog.
Oh, he's okay.
I mean, that's not really it, but I just put that in there.
Close enough. Looks like a corgi.
Oh, Poke Girl just subbed. Welcome back. So it looks like one of our mobile links worked.
Nice. Good to know. So Poker Pete, 3 bets pre, gets unlucky on the flop, and Renner scoops a nice little pot there. Profiting about $210.
$15.
Uh-oh. Knitburger Carl might be... oh, Mav just calls. Carl makes a 15 UTG. Mav comes along with a couple Cowboys. Oh, I did it. I can't believe I said that.
You called them Cowboys.
Oh my gosh. It's almost the best American Airlines. Ugh, I just barfed.
A couple of
So gross.
came along with a couple of Cowboys.
All
Oh,
right,
man.
take over. I can't even talk.
You're turning into that guy.
Anywho,
I'm actually kind of surprised though that Matt didn't re-raise pre-flop. Knowing Carl's image, knowing how Carl's plays, like he doesn't enter pots.
like he has to know Carl's UTG range is like
aces. Maybe
Kings,
that's why he plays.
ace
'cause he
king.
knows- I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Carl. I know you're gonna rewatch this, and I don't want you to think we're talking trash because you are an amazing player.
dude, stop. Get off of it.
Okay.
Get off of his man parts. You're gonna start chafing the poor guy.
Yeah.
Ace King's gonna find the muck. Yep. Oh, he beat me to it.
Easy peasy. See, boys and girls, you don't always have to go crazy with Ace King, you know? Sometimes you can fold it.
That's why Carl's the best. Oh wait, now you got me doing it. Well played by both parties. I think Mav could have got a little extra value. Mav might have actually been unlucky that Carl didn't have queens there.
Yeah.
It's like queens plus. Carl's under the gun raising
He had the bottom of his range there.
range. He really did. He really did. Get that hand out of there. Thank you.
That's a good one.
Oh man.
$5 just the
15 by Matt. Carl comes along. Ooh, I like Carl's hand better.
It just looks pretty, you know? And
Bink.
with a flop like that, how can you not?
$65.
Yeah.
And I think that Matt and Carl are buddies, so
King ain't exactly what I have.
interesting. And it looked like Carl showed an 8 there, and Matt guessed it right away. It was like, you had King 8. He was like, that's exactly what I had, of course.
Of course. Of course, of course, of course.
I'm sorry.
My name's Carl, and it starts with a C, man. And
What do you think about that? People named Carl. K or C? What do you prefer?
K.
Do you?
Yeah, just because it's different.
Always. What about Mark? Take the end of it with a C or a K?
That's okay. It sounds normal.
I think it's no. I'm a fan of the C.
Yeah, well,
I don't know why.
it's weird.
My wife has a friend that's Mark with a Q. And I was like, well, that's because he's French. She goes, no, he's not. And I was like, what's his last name? And it had an X in it. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure he's French. So you just need to step off. Oh, Firewall got the ban.
Oh,
The temp ban with your
Aggressive
caps,
caps.
bro.
dude, it's automatic, man. We can't help that.
Randy.
We have a bot in the chat now that just does things.
Yeah.
So
It's kind of like a hall monitor.
it's
No running.
you just got warned, man.
So
Keep the caps to a minimum.
10-8 technically is in the hand here, but Matt's open-ended, and Pete's got a gutter nugget. Their diamond comes in. Check through in the flop. I don't really think Randy can bet ever here, but if Randy, if Randy checks again, it might open the door for Pete. Nope.
Check.
And the 10's gonna win it. For having my favorite hand, the 10-8 suited, that didn't get very exciting.
Oh man. Oh, hello everyone.
Good evening. So this game has been as juicy as advertised, I believe.
So far, I'm loving it.
Yeah.
That's not a shout out to anything or any business. That's just what I said. I love it.
Unless you did like it, so maybe it is a shout out to you. Yeah, like I said, like when I first heard the lineup and the oh my gosh, someone has kings every other hand. I kind of thought like it would be more people kind of pushing chips back and forth and everyone break about even. But I'm really excited to see that people are actually going for it. Randy's not afraid of the ace out there. Continuation bets with his two kings. Pete not going anywhere with his flush draw. Pete whiffed on his earlier big flush draw that he got all in with Mav. Uh-oh. Hello, Sid. Doors unlocked. Come on in.
Come on, Payne.
Pete trying to swindle Randy here. So I do wonder how much Randy has watched in the past. It's funny because Pete has this image of being wild and crazy. But really, in our other broadcasts, he actually has played it, basically just played the nuts and got people to pay him. But Pete's going to get it through. And duty does, Toby. Trying to get himself back into positive. Got a little ways to go, but we have plenty of time to get there. A little under 3 hours left in our show. I don't know.
What do you think Mav's thinking about right now?
Protein shakes?
And how many you can buy with all that money he's stacking up?
Oh, I mean, he might just go buy all of GNC. Just back up the truck.
Not only am I a user of protein shakes, but not only am I the owner of protein shakes, but I'm also a user.
Yeah, indeed. I think Randy may have raised.
This scrub game is a 2-5 game locally here in Akron, Ohio, that we're broadcasting for your entertainment.
Are you not entertained?
It's awesome.
So I guess Randy did limp under the gun with A7. Folds around to Chris on the button, who makes it 25. Mav calls with Ace Jack, and Randy limp raising from under the gun. Interesting move by Randy. So that's typically a move you see by folks that like to get tricky. They do that with like aces or kings or something, queens sometimes. They limp under the gun. Look at me. I'm a wounded little antelope. Hey, Mr. Lion, come get me. And then they try to come get you, and you're like, just kidding. I brought all my boys with me. I'm gonna raise it in your face and put you on the defensive. Mav with a couple threes. Yeah, Mav has just under 3K, so I think that's pretty accurate.
Nice. Nothing like a full double up when you get in the deep 2-5 game.
Oh man, I knew I should have played.
Like, not only are you deep, but then you're doubled up your deep stack. That's like...
Randy outflops Maverick here.
Oh man, we're having too much fun right now.
That's the way to do it.
I'd like to welcome everybody that's new to the chat. Enjoy this. So far, it's been pretty entertaining.
30.
Sounded like... Did somebody just go, 30? 30.
30. So that one check, bet, call on the flop, right? And then Mav led turn.
Mav's just getting it done.
Mav knows a
Pull Toby in the booth. We need. We got ears.
So Maverick knows a good bluff card when he sees one.
Oh, Firewall's doing the thing. This game has more rocks than the Grand Canyon.
This hand is brought to you by Crush Live Poker. Crush Live Poker is a partner company that we've affiliated with Bart Hansen, Dave Tuckman, and the others over there. They are a poker training site dedicated to live cash games. Someone has kings again. It's insane.
How many kings?
Dude, I told you, every other hand.
If you go to Crush Live Poker, you too can learn how to get the kings.
You can learn to play as good as Maverick. You'll figure out how to get max value with sets in 2 pairs and all those other good things. But if you scroll down on our site, you can click the POA tab, or the Crush Live Poker tab. Type in POA 10. You can get a free month of Crush Live Poker and learn all the secrets of the pros. And not only that, the creator of Crush Live Poker, Bart Hansen, will be in studio August 11th.
How much fun will that be?
It's going to be so fun.
Because people think we don't really know him. Like, he's just like...
They don't believe that we know him?
They don't believe.
Oh, man.
They think we're just some kind of a sham.
He bought me some TGI Fridays.
Did he?
Out in Las Vegas, yeah.
Nice. What'd you get?
90.
I was like a smorgasbord. I had some quesadillas, some fajitas.
One of those, like, those appetizers that comes with, like, everything but the
Yeah,
meal.
I think he just bought all the appetizers. And we all just kind of shared. I got some pretzels with some sweet dip. I got a tater skin with some cheese and bacon on it.
Dude, I'm so hungry right now. You're just...
I know, you showed me. You showed me with emoticons. You showed me your emotions.
Poke Girl says, Crush Live Poker. You too can learn how to look like Murder Rick.
There are forums you can ask. You know, you can post things about how to get giant guns.
But he was taking extra.
Something's happening at the table. I don't know.
See, if he was not taking extra rank and just taking himself, I wouldn't care. Like, that's cool.
If he would have been stealing rank, he would have got caught way faster.
Yeah, well, yeah. He would have.
I feel like they're talking about some house game or something.
175.
Somebody got caught for something.
Taking a rake. Maybe they're talking about just lawn maintenance, raking leaves.
Call.
Let's roll that river card out. Both players are not thrilled about that river card.
Yeah, that's kind of a poopy river card.
I mean,
Yeah.
I grab it back before I still hold it.
Did I just?
She would just like rob a bank for more money
Right.
than like $200.
Chris with the best hand. He is out of position here. If for some reason Trevor was floating with some sort of ace-high flush draw, he just got there.
Take as much as you want on it.
Or ace-queen.
It's only up there.
Does Trevor have the moxie to bluff? Nope. He says, no thank you.
I did say it. You caught me.
Were you there when it happened?
Chris with another good win there.
I heard from sources that he was crying in the background.
Chris is like, hey.
I actually wish Bart was here for that hand.
Is that an alien on Rick's arm? Doesn't it kind of look like an alien? Like a green with two eyes? I know it's not. It's like a volcano. Like I don't know.
It actually might be an alien living in his arm. Next Thursday, everybody, Chase the Bracelet will be on air. Thursday nights, starting July 30th.
Guess who's playing in that?
I only get one guess.
It's me. It's me.
Bobby Million.
Bobby Million.
Why don't you just change your last name officially to Million?
I mean, I
Do you
will.
have to win $1 million first?
Yeah, absolutely.
Your second million, I mean.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
I have to win a whole million in one outing.
Matt raises under again with ace queen, flops brilliantly. Pete defends and says, "Smell you later."
Peace. Yeah, you're right. Chat says it looked like a skull tat.
I'm glad that everyone is like correcting us. We're just kind of being silly about it, but you know,
Hey, it is. It's
we
a
got
skull.
we got a lot of truthers out there making sure we don't screw up.
Pretty nasty. I know your pain. Losing your money on that full tilt.
That was somebody else who told that story. Yeah.
What's full tilt?
Those were the days, man.
Those were the days.
Deposit every day.
You mean reload?
Yeah. That's it.
Cash outs once every never.
15.
Peeking in the viewers.
Who do you want more?
We had it. We were over 1,000.
Oh, we had it. We lost
was
it.
like,
Oh, someone
peaked and
someone must have fallen asleep and their computer died. Dude, every hand is someone has monsters.
this is insane.
Rigged. So looks like Trevor opened under gun +2. Pete repops out of the small. It's just good stacks in, boys.
Raise. 175.
Ooh, and Trevor puts it in. Puts in that 4-bet. He's not going to like it. He's not going to like the outcome of this one, though.
Raise.
Is that all in or no?
It's not all in, but covers him.
Pete does put in the 5-er, and Trevor reluctantly says, "Man." I'm out of here.
And I'm out.
I'm out of her.
Our chat's trying to get to 1,000 viewers. The one guy said he's watching on 6 accounts.
Oh, thanks, Mofo Jones. Much appreciated.
Well, if you're watching on 6, you could always just open up 6 more. I mean,
Yeah.
let's make it happen.
Don't shortchange yourself.
Tell your friends.
Every hand. Every hand, there's a freaking monster.
20. And a call.
I think Chris has been raising under the gun more than anybody else.
Call.
We have ourselves a calling train. Hey Chris, does anyone respect your under the gun raise?
Nope, nobody cares about it actually, and we're all gonna get in the pot now because why wouldn't you if it's
What kind of pot is this?
Ancestry.com pot?
This
Talking
is our,
about that family.
So how often does this happen? Someone raises it under the gun and the entire table calls.
Not very often.
Wow, this is banana pajamas. And look who flops it. Carl.
Check.
Carl coming in hot with top 2.
He deserves it.
Matt with top pair. Pete's open-ended. Randy's got a gut shot.
50.
Randy says, I have a gut shot, right?
A man can believe.
I mean, I guess he was getting,
Call.
no way. This can't happen, right? Is everyone going to call?
I mean,
Is Carl going to ship?
Oh.
what does Carl have behind?
Like 8?
700. I mean,
I mean,
I don't think you would.
the only person
necessarily
that's shown like any bit of strength, I guess, is Mav.
I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing.
I
think a raise is fine, and then just get it in. Like
275 looks like. 300. I didn't realize John also had top pair. Goodness gracious.
everybody has a little piece. It's not every day that, first off, everybody gets in the pot, but then everybody has a piece of the action.
The pre-flop Razor's one of the only people, one of the only guys that folded. Sorry. So are we back over to Mav then? Is Carl ever bluffing?
No, absolutely not. 100% not bluffing. Like, there's no way he could be bluffing here, especially since it's Carl. First off, second, it's like an 8-way pot. I mean,
yeah, you have literally 7 people behind you to act. He's not bluffing ever. But Mav's like, I'm up $1 million. What do you want from
like,
me?
I just want to try.
There goes the gut shot. So top pair, gut shot. Here comes the
I
other,
think it's just
other
gonna
top
get
pair.
it's going to get all the way through. I don't.
Pete's stuck though. I know he has the butt end of it all, but
He has the butt or the baton.
look at this. Oh, there's 2 of us.
We're up there. We're down here. We're up there.
I wanted to punch myself in the top of the head.
I feel like Brady Bunch for some reason. It was weird.
Pete's like, why? Why, guys? Only one other person had to call. Carl's like, thank you everyone for calling pre-flop. I never would have been that.
Thanks for the free money.
Thank you for $300. $360, mind you. I guess 300.
See, and that's Carl's thing. Like, at the end of the day, when you go to cash out and like exchange those chips for money, when you get a couple crisp $100 bills from just like a bot like that, like you're happy.
That's when you start realizing like what does BBs mean.
Yeah.
You know? So like
That's when they relate to cash. When you're driving home from a session and you're like, you know what? I think I'm gonna get whatever I want tonight. I'm gonna go.
I might order 3 different things from Sheets.
That's right.
MTO.
I might get extra mac and cheese bites this time.
I might just put one in the freezer for a later date.
I might go with premium gasoline when I'm leaving.
Now, that'd be like the sickest brag. I got premium, yo.
Yeah.
I got them premium.
I spent that extra 30 cents per gallon.
Good for Carl.
20. Oh.
Pete makes it 20. Matt says, I'm tired of folding. All right, this is kind of a boring hand. There's only 3 people to the flop.
It kind of makes you question, though, like that bet that Carl made, the 300. Like, do you think that's better or worse than a ship? I mean, 300 almost looks. I mean, it's already a strong bet as it is. But I feel like a ship would be like almost like a kind of a level word now, because now it's like, holy crap, this dude shipped. Like, he knows there's so much dead money out here. Like, couldn't he just be doing that to steal all this dead money that's out there? I mean, nobody's super strong. People's betting and then just calling.
Carl's biggest problem there with what he had to do, whether raising or shipping, was he was Carl. And everyone knows the day shift is, the nittiest guy at the table. He'll tell you right then. He'll tell you to anyone asking. He goes, I am the nittiest guy at the table. So if you replace Carl with, say, Pete, and Pete had the same stack Carl had and was in the same position with the same hand, it's a good question. I mean, does raising look stronger and shipping looks weaker? So, I mean, that's a good. I mean, I would think that shipping looks like you have like a strong draw and you're trying to just gamble it up, and raising looks pretty strong. But since it was Carl, the self-proclaimed nit, I think just raising's fine. And then if someone wants to rumble, we'll just go with it.
Oh, over 1,000 viewers. We did it, Reddit.
That's it.
Peekers.
We did it, Reddit.
What's up, Regis?
Check.
It's the link that Warlord put on there. It got timed out, but since I'm using better Twitch TV, I can see it.
Oh, you're fancy, huh?
Yeah. Because I'm a Twitcher. All you guys know about that.
Matt with top pair. Great kicker. Mav with the gut shot. Now Matt has the check mark. Matt just trying to get value here.
65. Oh.
Gets it done. Push the monies to seat 7.
No, it's Tony's eating something.
True. Next Thursday, as you can see, Chase a Bracelet. I'll be here.
I'll also be here.
Suited Dan will be taking Bobby's spot. I know you guys miss him. He'll be over here hanging out with me.
I'm going to feel like I'm happy that I get to play in it, but then I'm kind of sad that I don't get to be in here and talk with the fans.
You could bust out first every week and come hang out with your exit interview.
I don't really want to do that.
No? You want to do a winner's circle interview?
Yeah. I mean, it'd be nice.
It'd also work.
Yeah, that graphic is humongous. It literally plasters the screen.
Maybe my grandparents are watching and they need large font.
Great player.
So John makes it $20 under gun +1. Carl flat calls ace king. Mav also flats out the big with the king jack. Good flop for Carl.
Suited Dan.
I need to just check through. So it checks through on the flop. Now John's trying to represent something. I guess he picked up a little bit of equity with a gut shot. Crosses, I see your 35, and I raise you.
Wait,
And
what gut shot?
And I raise you, and I'm thinking about raising you, but I might just not. There it is.
I'm gonna do it.
110.
Carl's like, I'm on a heater. Get out of here.
Carl's like, look, guys, this is all you have to do, right? You don't need to get tricky. I'm in here. I'm picking up monies. I'm winning pots.
Do you think? I think Carl just kind of proving that you don't have to be like the best player of all time to beat a tough game.
What'd you just say? Can you repeat that?
Is Carl proving that you don't have to be like the best player ever to be a tough game? You can still just kind of like.
So are you implying that Carl is not the best player ever?
No, I'm just saying like tough games are tough. So, but Carl's style is working. You know, he's not 3-betting 7-4 offsuit. He's just kind of sitting back, doing his thing, and collecting.
Well, for one thing, he recognizes that there was no gut shot on that flop.
There was 3.
No.
A 3 got there.
No.
He has 7-5. A 3 makes it straight on the river.
Does it?
The wheel?
Oh, the wheel. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's straight.
That's what I meant.
Poker on there is trolling you now
I'm getting trolled.
by our own staff.
I'm getting trolled, guys.
So if we don't have, if somebody doesn't have
I
kings,
have to look back on it.
someone has ace king every hand. This is insane. Our shuffler's broken.
Our shuffler's broken?
Yeah, it's hand shuffle. She's got it.
I know. I get it.
Oh.
It's hand shuffle every hand, guys.
Matt makes a 20. Finds himself 2 players that come along with him. And thank you very much. Every time.
Check.
Matt just like, you know what? What do you have for dinner? I'll have the nuts, please. Cashews, peanuts, walnuts, pecans. Give it to me all. All of them suckers. Just eating trail mix.
Time to go, live.
Don't give me that look. Matt ordered at the restaurant. He was like, I could have some salmon, sirloin. He goes, no, just nuts, please. just the nuts.
Don't we all love the nuts?
He just likes the nuts for dinner.
Time to go, live.
Mr. Renner, straddle is on.
30.
Couple nickels.
Did you say the nuts?
Someone said that. There's like a drive-by like comedy act.
The Caitlyn Jenners.
That's the nut low, I think. Poker Pete comes along with ace queen. 5 survived the flop.
30.
Renner does the old C-bet. Poker Pete complies. Check, check. It was a 9 on the turn, maybe king on the river here. Wiggle the 9 around. Wiggle it.
What is it, 9 of?
9 of hearts. Get it yet?
Did check it down?
Sometimes,
Boom.
sometimes you gotta wiggle
Just
it.
hold on.
Wiggle it. Just there it goes. Make a pair. Hold on.
Was it check?
Check, check.
On the river?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got it?
Yes. Thank you. I don't know why the 9 didn't go.
Trevor
Let's
Renner
go,
trying to get
live.
healthy. He's down about 470 or so.
But it was cool. I wasn't even in the game when he asked me.
I'm going to say Carl's not going to play. Another straddle on. Matt put the straddle on here. I think Randy made it 30 on the button. John says, see you later. Over to Pete. Pete and Matt's hands are temporarily invisible. Well, either one of them could have defended with an ace here, which would give them top pair.
40. Call.
Quickly called by Pete
That's up.
to Randy's C-bet. 6 on a turn doesn't change too much.
Yeah.
We got that mystery hand.
Someone called Jack Link style.
90.
Oh, looks like Randy got through. Betting twice. Gets Pete off of what I can only assume was a flush draw. Love it. I'd like to welcome all of our new viewers tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Some of us more unpleasant than others.
Sure.
But hey,
That
it's
happens.
Twitch. You gotta expect it.
It's Earth. There's people out there that are not the best.
And that's the beauty of
But
our
we
show.
we wish the best to them.
Everybody is entitled to your own opinions.
Sure.
And peace.
Deuces.
There's other streams. If you don't like us.
Which I don't understand. If you like
Okay.
If you like exciting live poker, I mean, I think this is for you.
Dude, this is exciting as it gets. You're seeing some.
Just because we didn't have kings and ace king for the last couple of hands doesn't mean they won't be back.
Oh, they're coming back. Things are going to happen. This game's been very entertaining so far. Like, for as excited as I was for this game, I'm actually really happy so far with the way hands have been played and
It's
the
been
way things have been going.
it's met your expectations. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
It has definitely met my expectations.
One A.
20, says Jerry.
He's really calling bets out like crazy. What is it? 30. 20.
20.
Like an auctioneer.
So that other game that is airing on a different channel, the one thing that was pretty exciting was every dealer change.
Oh yeah, when they
The
did
PLO flips. with
Yeah,
Everyone's sweating each card. That was pretty fun.
the PLO flips. I wish I had that PLO flip money.
Oh yeah, just 300 bangers each time. Sure. Mad with the Dempsey, the ace 9. What happened?
I feel like
Was
the
that a walk?
graphics messed up or something.
No, I think Chris just won. I think he's won on a walk.
I think that's the first walk of the night.
I remember the first walk in the history of our show. We're like 20 episodes deep, and we just had our first walk.
We play different times.
If you want to learn how to play poker, looks like Value Town. You can always go to crushlivepoker.com. We have a link at the bottom of our page. You can click on it and get a free month to learn how to play poker better. With the instruction of Bart Hansen, Corwin Cole, Dave Tuckman, and others, you can get your game at a peak level to come crush your local casino or home game.
Heads up.
Oh boy.
Another one?
Oh boy. It's always nice when you flop the. What did we say it was?
The trail mix. Flopping the trail mix here. John's giving Mav a chance to hang himself. I'm just not so sure there's a rope sturdy enough for that. Do you check the nuts in position there when you're a pre-flop raiser?
No.
I don't think I do either.
You're almost expected to bet. I mean,
A limp call from Mav. Well, actually, he's probably
That board's not
he
the
probably
greatest,
straddled.
but-
To be honest with you. Lost my train of thought there. I think Mav's completing out of the blind or out of the straddle there. I think it hits that flop often enough that you can bet profitably. I mean, what turn cards are going to connect with Mav that are better than the flop that
you
already
would
came
hope
out?
the 10.
True.
That would be the best. But I say bet. Why not? Trying to get the monies in the pot. You could flop the nuts.
That's pretty much our motto. Why not bet?
Is that Carl? Did Carl just play a hand and win?
There's no way. He folded. There's
Those
no way.
graphics are wrong.
I think I saw him kick it in. Yeah, it was Matt. Cream pie back there. Goofs it up a little bit. I'm okay. Cream Pie is indeed sporting a new shirt tonight. He just got back from the Open. He did not finish in the top 20.
Just under 1,000 viewers.
Matt making it 20 with the 8-9 suited.
Yeah, they're on a break right now.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
We got 9-7. We got 9-7 right now.
we'll be peaking, yeah.
Can't see Randy folding the ace jack here. He indeed does call.
870 are friends of Randy's.
Yeah, two, maybe.
I'd be surprised if. Okay, I got tickled me surprised. I thought someone would flop a straight there, but they did not. Matt flops the best of it. Randy with a gut shot draw to Broadway, backdoor clubs, and overcards. Goes check, check. Randy looking for a queen, ace, jack, or 10. Does not get there. He's going to try to steal in the river, though.
65.
Gets it done. Surprise there. I thought maybe Matt might think about that a little bit longer.
That'll do, Randy. That'll do, Randy.
That'll do.
Go live.
I mean, Randy came all the way from Chicago. It's a good 6.5 hour drive. He did not come here to fold. Would you ever drive that many hours just to fold?
No.
Me neither.
No, I would drive to play every hand and probably go busto and then ride home real mad.
I guess that's a pretty good incentive to play your A game when you have a 6.5 hour drive with, I believe you brought his wife. You don't necessarily want her
Time to go live.
talking in your right ear the whole way home, saying,
Well,
"Why
I mean-
didn't you do this? Why'd you fold that
So basically, it's how much money he's winning for her.
for her?"
Yeah, pretty much.
Straight into the account.
Straight into
30.
the joint.
Here we go. Battle number 2 between Pete and Trevor Renner.
100 is back.
So if you remember earlier, there was a 5-bet all-in earlier on with Pete versus Trevor. This very well could get all in here pre-flop. Pete, the cash game connoisseur. Trevor Moore, the tournament grinder.
Range
I thought you just called it first. I was like, no.
200.
So he clicks it back, basically.
I feel like this is just gonna get all in.
Yeah.
Especially with Pete's feeling. He wants to.
Yep.
He wants to. He's already stuck. He wants to get his money back. He's trying to get it in.
Will they run it once or twice?
One time's fine, he says. Of course he wants to run it once because he has jacks. He wants to take that.
He might change his mind right now. Oh, so close. Bink ball? Nope. JJ's are the goody goods.
And
I think that was just going to happen. As short as, Trevor still had 100 big blinds behind. But for this game, he actually was short stacked, if you will. JJ's hold, and Trevor Renner's he's back in profit land, actually.
You start to feel like you're short. Like if you're sitting at this table and everybody's stacked like 1,500 and you have 500, even though it's 100 bigs, you feel kind of short. I mean,
especially he's in a sandwich right now between Chris and Mav. Mav has about 3K. Chris has, I think, around 16 or 17, and you're sitting there with 500.
Your just stack seems so small, but I mean it's really not. It just feels that way.
You're fine. I just had a reference that I cannot say.
$10.
Oh, you can.
Nope. It was gross, and it'll get me in trouble.
Well, I feel like I could just let loose since this is probably the last time I'm going to be back here in the booth.
You might be back here for the Bart Hansen night, August 11th.
I'm just joking. If you guys only knew how vulgar I actually am, though,
I think they can tell.
you'd be really surprised.
Because they know how vulgar Tom Dwan is, and you guys are basically the same guy. Oh, it was going so well.
It was going
It was
well.
going so well, and uh-oh, it's over. Dare's in the booth.
Better relax before I put a Bill Cosby in your drink.
There it was. There it was. Are you just going to shrink him down like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? And just literally put Bill Cosby in my drink?
No, I'm not Jared.
Footlongs.
Too soon?
Footlongs. I actually don't know that whole story yet, so I'm kind of in the
Me
dark.
either. So what is this? Just everybody's just calling?
So we
There's a
got
bunch of crows out there?
We got Caw. So we got a straddle by Matt. Carl limps under the gun. It's like Randy bumps to 35. Clears out Pete, John, and Matt. Carl's not going anywhere. Be interesting if Carl did the Randy, limp raising under the gun.
I don't think he's going to do that with this hand.
Sweating with Don sounds like a workout video.
3 players.
Who won? Who won this flop?
Yeah.
So far, Carl, aka C-Man, holds on.
I feel like there's like no kings or jacks left in the deck.
Just
People
zero.
having them. I mean,
They're
it's
all
like
gone.
almost impossible to hit.
There was a
one of those
couple
cards.
extra ones, but Jerry the dealer just threw him off the balcony, off our 22nd floor here at the Poker Penthouse. Talk about a bluff card. Pooyah. You know, I do kind of think Ace King probably continues on that board. After a limp, then overcalling. A limp, a call, and overcall. I think Ace King probably c-bets that flop. I don't know how not to c-bet anymore, so I think I would just do it. It's like Carl's taking a page out of Chris's book. trying to get into the soul of Randy.
Is that even possible?
To be like Chris? No. I mean, Chris. Oh, no soul reads there.
And he's gonna win it.
Is Randy gonna show the bluff for all of his
No.
Chicagoans?
Because he knows they can see it.
Oh yeah.
Why does he have to show it?
Guess there's no sense. I don't even know.
Just don't get the chat going on that Dur thing, man. I don't.
What dirt thing?
The thing that everybody says.
How's my cow? Game still soft?
Yeah, you know, I was in Macau for a while and I played a little bit.
So the rumors on the internet are that you went busto. Are those rumors true?
Yeah.
You're busto?
Yeah, I busted.
Busted? Living in
Yeah,
Akron now?
No, let's stop it right now.
I don't know what you mean, Tom. I just want to let you guys know it's such a privilege to sit next to Tom Million over here.
Alright, you guys are trolling me now.
We can't help it. Chris makes it 20 with ace jack. Nobody wants to hang out with him.
This is a cash game, not a Yurney.
No. It is not a Yurney.
It's
I've
also
heard-
not a turn ray.
I've heard of Donkiments. I've heard of MTTiments. Never a Yurney.
Tournaments. That's how Phil Ivey says it. I don't know if you guys have ever heard Phil Ivey talk about poker, but he's like, I played that tournament.
The main
and
event,
I know that that's
main event
probably
tournament.
that actually might be the proper way to say it. Tournament.
Yeah,
I just can't. I
if
say
you're in
tournament.
like, if you're
I
like
don't
1560s England and you enunciate
Playing
every
a-
letter in the word,
playing a tournament, say.
Yeah.
I don't know.
well, I think
Maybe.
you just went up a few centuries to like 1920s.
Man, copper.
It's like a
I don't know what I'm doing
It's like a
anymore.
Chicago mob boss. I like Pete's hand. Dang it. All right, so I'm 1 for 2 now.
35.
So
Poker
the-
Pete is like batting 0 right now. He's just.
Remember when he won the first 2 hands?
Yeah, exactly my point. That's why I said I hate to win the first hands because it always seems like it ends up in a bad session when you're like running hot right away. Like,
It's almost like you know when you have like ace queen, you raise, you take it. Then you have ace king, next hand you raise, you take it. Then that third time, you're like you have ace jack and you just want to fold because everyone thinks that you're just like full of malarkey. Re-raise by Pete here.
15.
65 by John. Pete makes it 215. Leaving himself, as it says there, 552. John says, I don't care. I don't care about your re-raises.
Poker Pete's like, I love that turn.
Queen Jack Spade.
And I don't like that river though.
Sure.
So, we talked about it earlier about Pete not tilting.
I feel like that was the tilt face right there.
Ooh,
He's in it.
I think we're getting there, guys.
He's in it. He's tilting. Slightly.
Slightly.
Or maybe, who knows what's going on inside of that brain of his.
I think he's regretting the tank top
He
decision.
might lay his 4,500 today.
There's a close-up of the steam.
We've never had it happen before, have we?
I don't think they can do it.
We've done it.
Have we?
Oh,
I didn't think we had.
I've done it in there.
Yeah, I think he might be leaning a little bit.
There's
No, I have.
like
Right.
buying the button.
Oh, okay.
I played there, they have problems.
They had a problem with it, but they did it later.
Congrats.
What they did, how they did, well,
Randy with 9-10. People haven't quite figured out where the folded cards are. They keep trying to fold them onto the flop, which could cause issues. So I know you guys are missing them, so we brought them back. Here come the honeys.
The ladies. That's my favorite.
You like the honeys? That's your
I
hand?
love the ladies.
3-bet gets through. We haven't really seen anyone squeeze with air yet, so... Oh, whoa, it's an earthquake! Careful, brace yourselves! Whoa! Whoa, that was close.
Man.
Can we check for damages? Because that seemed pretty scary.
Matt, John. Okay.
Oh, Pete just running into it again. Makes it 20 with ace-3. Chris in position with ace-king suited.
Just calls.
Alexa just call.
Do you think it has anything to do with like how he kind of can? You can almost sense a little bit that Pete's on tilt slightly, and now he's what we said earlier.
Here we go.
Short,
Here we
but
go.
Not short.
Here we go. I'm gonna get it in.
It's getting in.
So,
You're getting hyped.
So what I think what Chris's plan was is Pete has been fairly disciplined in like 3-bet pots pre-flop, but he's been more apt to kind of, for lack of a better term, spew it off post-flop. So I think by calling pre allows him to probably get max value post from Pete in the current emotional state that he's in right now. Just calls. King of clubs. What do you think? King of clubs?
I'm rooting for the pain, but I don't know which pain is worse. If Pete busts or if Chris loses, I don't know. But I just want some type of pain.
Pete, I mean, even if Pete doubles up, obviously he's still stuck a ton.
65.
Chris has been a little bit more conservative with his chippies tonight. Look at the methodical thought process, Chris. Ooh, he pump fake. That might have been a balk.
A balk.
This isn't like the best card in the world. I think Chris is just going to call again after he cracks all of his knuckles. So, as a fellow soul reader, what do you think Chris is thinking right now?
He's thinking, well, I don't know what Chris is thinking because he thinks differently than I would.
Just double check his whole cards.
But I would have liked, I mean, just knowing like kind of how Pete has been running, maybe like a raise on the flop and then possibly just get it in, you know, and just see how it pans out.
So do you assume that if Chris knew Pete's exact holding on the flop, he would just flip it off, or do you think he is trying to just minimize variance and wait to get it in at a later street?
I mean, I guess he could be doing that, but do you really want to do that? Don't.
Stop. So I think we're figuring something out about Chris here.